It's a Merseyside derby with two 100% records on show. The right kind for Liverpool, the wrong kind for Everton. Liverpool aim for 3 straight wins in this division, something they've not achieved in almost 6 years. Imagine doing it with victory here at Anfield, where they've only played twice before, both against Everton, both won by Everton, and Liverpool didn't even manage a goal in either. So there's some serious potential for history on offer here today. Now the players here lining up to form a guard of honour for Natasha Dowie, a guest of honour and now an ambassador for Liverpool, and a champion with them too. And here she is. Not long announced her retirement from the game. 2 spells as a Red, 1 as a title winner. So many goals, not just for Liverpool, but up and down this land, and indeed many others. This must be some seriously emotional event for her, taking up a role as Liverpool Women Club ambassador. It's going to be a presentation to her as well, and the Kenny Dalglish stand, well, you've seen, pretty special. They're hoping that Sophie Howe can be the goal scorer supreme now that Tash Dowie is gone. What's been different so far this season is the defensive solidity. To hold out Arsenal away was impressive. Villa 2 nullified. Here's the team news. Win and Liverpool go 2 points clear. Matt Beard rested half his side for the midweek cup game. They're all back here, but there is also a debut for the big summer signing, Sophie Howe. She replaces Daniels in attack. That's the only change from the last league match. Clark and Fisk are new to that back three this season, and they're making a difference already. There's no Piemonte for Everton, but last season's top scorer, Katja Snoys, is back on the bench, and they will probably need her. Nicoline Sorensen comes in to start, while Hope, Payne and Benison return, having not started in their midweek cup game. Liverpool have won just 1 of their last 6 WSL games against Everton, and that was 5 seasons ago. The women's team has played on this ground twice, lost here twice and been shut out twice. So do the Toffees grab their first points of the season today, or can Liverpool stay perfect and in doing so go 2 points clear at the top of the table? What an ongoing story that would be. Former colleagues meeting in the centre circle as we await the period of silence.
Our thoughts are with them, their families and friends, as with all the communities who are affected. We will shortly observe a period of silence, which will start then on the referee's whistle.
Silence being observed across all sorts of sporting occasions this weekend, including in the Barclays Women's Super League, in tribute to the victims of events in Israel and Palestine. Sobering respect and a reminder here, of all places, that football really isn't a matter of life and death at all. It is merely one of the most important of the unimportant things in life, and this derby matters plenty in this part of the world. Two captains, Hines and Finnegan, leading the team talks in the huddles. Narrow defeats only for Everton, but all defeats so far for Everton. 2 in the league, 1 in the cup. Looking to move up the table, which they will, several places with victory here, depending on the scoreline, but at the moment they, Bristol City and Aston Villa, on 0. Derby Day at Anfield, what a great stage for a great game. Here we go to wrap up what's already been a seriously lively Barclays Women's Super League weekend. Hope already looks in trouble here. The whistle went for the foul. Looks like she's struggling here, Lucy Hope. The Scot is back in the side. Caught there by Missy Beaukearns. She looks in a lot of pain. There's the coach, Brian Sorensen, who's got an early issue here to deal with by the looks of it. Everton have lost 6 of the last 8 in the WSL at the end of last season, and that is as many defeats as in their first 16 games under the Danish coach. He brought Lucy Hope back into the side here, and inside about 20 seconds he may have to be making a change. Plans already afoot in case that is the case. And that really is a false start, and a painful one for the Scot. Yep, change is already happening for Everton, who were shocked pretty early on the opening day against Brighton. There were 2 goals down in no time in that one. Got 1 back, but lost. They also lost 1-0 at Leicester. So although it has been defeats, they've been narrow ones. Cup duty defeat was 2-1 against Manchester City. And this is a really sorry sight for Lucy Hope. It's 11 seconds, in fact, when that Missy Beaukearns challenge came in on her. Must have been an awkward twist on the ankle. And it's clearly a serious struggle to even get her off the field. We're going to see the Aussie international Claire Wheeler, who will be proving here that you've always got to be ready. No one ever expects to be called from the bench as early as this in a game. Try and think of the last time you saw that. Maybe never. Let's hope she warmed up properly. Straight in. Nagano, the glue in the Liverpool midfield, absolutely brilliant. So often starts attacks by stopping other teams' attacks. Here comes Hines. Oh, what a chance! Cairns for Liverpool inside 3.5 minutes. Well, she's still grinning. But the flag was up on Missy Kearns. Oh, goodness me, that is tight. Knees and knees. Heather Payne's knee, Missy Kearns' knee. She might be in again here. Extraordinary start to this game. An injury and a hair's breadth borderline goal ruled out. Gemma Bonner, stalwart across a couple of spells as a red, with new defenders either side of her in Clark and Fisk this season. Looked like the perfect ball, that, from skipper Taylor Hines. Huge let-off for Everton. Very fortunate. Benison dropping in, number 10 in every sense for Everton. This is Veillet. Sørensen, outside her, the newly arrived Wheeler. Welcome to the game, she's offside. Well, he would expect to get the benefit of the doubt on a flag call like that one. And you can tell he's seen it and he feels robbed. Don't think he's going to feel any happier about it when he sees it later. But maybe it'll be eased if they get the win. All given away. Oh, what an effort that is! Just not going for Liverpool here. Kerry Holland with a thunderbolt off the bar. What a hit. Here's the mistake. All good work from Holland. The Heather Payne just dawdled on the ball. Holland always so busy. Last season's Players' Player of the Year, just because of that kind of industry. There was a finger on it, you know. That's a great stop from Courtney Brosnan. An incredible start at Anfield. Hines following, Justine Van Havermate all the way and trying to force another error. Looked for a moment like she had done, and Veillet under pressure too. This is a serious squeeze from the red half of this city. Courtney Brosnan keeping her place, having come in for Emily Ramsey for the cup game midweek and has stayed in. Veillet. The Liverpool pressure here is stopping Everton from getting started at all. Koivisto, the right wing back here. Gets another go after the Everton toe touch. Well, Liverpool's home record is very strong, but that doesn't mean here at home. They've got 23 points last season, 18 of them from home games. Something that made that 1-0 victory at the Emirates on the opening day even more surprising. Their first away win, that was, in the WSL since January 2020. And clearly they have had one season out of this division in that time, but even so. Fisk. A really tidy defender for West Ham in her 2 seasons there as a regular. Grace Fisk, one of the new arrivals. Here she is again. Hines generally stays high. Wonderful skill from the captain. Here's Holland again. Heavy touch, and Van Havermaet is in. Real feature of the home game last weekend against Aston Villa. Taylor Hines' average position on the field was the highest of any Liverpool player. So far more left wing than left wing back. And she is again. Into Herbinger. New signing who scored in that Aston Villa game, and what a lovely goal that was. And another new signing here, Jenna Clark. Double winner in Scotland before coming south. Might have been meant for Herbinger, but it's arrived at Missy Bo-Kearns. They're all shouting for handball, and they've got it. Captain Finnegan. Started pulling it back, but a bit late in the day, perhaps. 11th Everton season for Megan Finnegan. Whole career. Herbinger on duty for the Reds here, who have started so well. Grace Fisk. Kind of on the end of it. Haug starts the press for Liverpool. Decent take that by Bissell. Everton into Liverpool territory for about 2 seconds, and the first time in the opening 11 minutes. And the sunshine to our left, Rachel Laws. Here she is again. Back-to-back clean sheets to start the season. This is her 70th appearance in the WSL. She had never before kept clean sheets back-to-back. All the numbers are good for Liverpool, but it's very early days. Could very easily be ahead in this one. Haug trying to pinch it. Finnegan is there. Van Havermaet, part of the Reading exodus following relegation. Justine Van Havermaet. Given away to Nagano. More promise here. Kearns gets out of the way. Herbinger looking for Haug. Finding the head of Natalie Bjorn. There, on the cover, under pressure, very calmly done. Bjorn easing away from Hines. Into Bissell, but not for long. Haug here. Cracking season for Roma, who were so good in Italy and winning the title last season. And she was a big reason for it, Sophie Haug. And trying something new. Benison. Pocket picked by Nagano. And options here for Missy Bo-Kearns. She's not picked the good one there, though. Fuka Nagano, great unfussy central midfielder. One of the 5-player influx in January of this year for Liverpool, and they did a fair bit of squad surgery. She's trying to get back now, as Nicolene Sorensen has a bang from distance. Scored a couple of times last season, both late on in the campaign in April. Whistle with the closing down. Laws facing the low early evening sun. Might be something for Everton to bear in mind. Moved on by Wheeler. Little bit of room here for Bissell. That was ambitious, and Fisk was in the way of it. Meanwhile, his header Payne with the cross. It's a dangerous one as well. Twice a title winner in his native Denmark with Fortuna Høring. Matt Beard, twice a title winner in his first spell with Liverpool. Departed in 2015. He's coached abroad. 3 years at Chelsea. Briefly Bristol, also West Ham. Very experienced. Holland, one of his most important players, streaking away from Aurora Galli. Fuka Nagano up to perma busy. Kerry Holland, that's well defended. Galli likes to be a central midfielder. He can just make it tick in there. Generally giving it simple. He's not been able to be that player in the opening spell here at all. Barely been on the ball. The WSL's first Italian, Aurora Galli was, arriving a couple of summers ago from Juventus. Bonner's clearance, here's Hines. And again. Payne wrong side. Galli in with the tackle. There's nothing wrong there. Play on. Well, eventually, free kick going Everton's way. Needless nonsense. Katrina Veje. All avenues closed down there. Herbinger cuts it out. Fuka Nagano. Does seem to be an emphasis on making Liverpool tougher to beat this season. Clean sheet at Arsenal on the opening day, certainly no mean feat. Another against Aston Villa. A team that only kept 3 clean sheets in the league in the whole of last season. They could match that tally here. Benison. Herbinger in a hurry. Kearns, who had a good 10 seconds to celebrate, Monsieur Bo Kearns, thinking the opening glories were hers. Typical Kerry Holland, just stealing in, recycling. Liverpool try and build again with Fisk, and now Clark. It's really well shut down. Bennison gets no reward for it. It was very calmly done by Rachel Laws. That was out of play. The earlier game in this division in front of a big crowd at the men's stadium was a thriller, but they had to wait a long time, the home fans, for that one. Aston Villa leading for so long. And Arsenal scoring twice in stoppage time to raise the roof at the Emirates. Liverpool want to do the same at Anfield. It would be history. It would also be the win to take them top. Pretty bizarre that this being weekend number 3, there's only Liverpool with the chance to have a maximum 9 points. Might have expected it from Chelsea or one of the Manchester clubs, or indeed Arsenal. Really hasn't worked out that way. Leicester had the opportunity, and they've got 7 out of 9 having drawn with Manchester United. No bad thing to see some new names at the business end of the table. Laws under a bit of pressure here. It's Emma Bissell. Loney from Bristol City doing the closing down. Everton getting themselves back into this game, certainly territorially. What about a chance here for Bissell? Well, that was a big one, a really big one. She missed a kick, and it's cannoned off those behind her. What an opportunity for the Bristol City Loney. It's there. It wasn't the greatest height, but even so, she'd expect to do better. Sørensen picking her out. Bundles off. First Bennison, then a defender, and Bennison will take the corner hit. Away is the call, away it goes. Kearns on the chase. And Wheeler going with it. Wheeler wins. Feels more even now. Everton couldn't get out that first 5-10 minutes. All Liverpool. Van Havermate into Veille. Everton 6th last season, Liverpool 7th. 6 points apart here on Derby Day. Too much on that for Galley, not quite enough for Bissell. Flag is up anyway as Grace Fisk clears. Nothing for Rachel Laws to do just yet. Bjorn under pressure in a tight squeeze, and Haug on the chase. Having to work hard to get any touches, Liverpool's new recruit. Still doing the closing down there. Everton very tidily passing around it as Bjorn gets it out to Galley. Galley moves it on to Sorensen. Very calmly done by Everton. Sure-footed back pass from Taylor Hines as Laws goes long again. Everton won this game 3-0 in what was game 2 of last season. Followed on from Liverpool having beaten Chelsea on the opening day. They were both hugely unpredictable last season, winning games you might not have expected them to, and losing games you might not have expected them to. Liverpool free kick here. Holland asking the question and getting the answer she wanted. New signing Herbinger on set-piece duty again here. Surely a bit too far out for a shot. Looked like a training ground manoeuvre that Haug was the intended recipient of, and well, they don't always work, and that one didn't. Nice to see it tried, though. Luca Nagano moves it on to Taylor Hines, and there are still 4 up for the Hines cross here. A good header that from Veyek, under real pressure. Easy to read for Nagano. Got the pass wrong though, as Galley gives it to Veyek. Really good experienced Danish international Katrina Veyek. Came last year following the Rosengård season. Also played for Arsenal and Montpellier and in the US. Just the sort of name, that calibre of player that Everton needed as they tried to rebuild after a pretty chaotic campaign, the one before last. Hines taking on Wheeler. There's every chance that Everton will have some stability. Feels like anyway under Brian Sorensen. What came before, a little bit of a mess. This time 2 years ago. 9 new players for Willie Kirk, the long-serving coach, but a bad start, and he was gone by October. Jean-Luc Fazeur came with a really good reputation, and left with a brief and paltry record. 1 win, 3 defeats, a couple of draws, and he was gone. Chris Roberts took over to the end of the season. You can see consistency and calm under Brian Sorensen for sure since that. Van Havermate with the header. Everton yet to trouble Rachel Laws. They should have done with that Emma Bissell chance. Would have been her first Everton goal. Has scored in the WSL before, once as a teenager. Bristol City before they were relegated 3 years ago. Haug trying to hold it. Van Havermate here. It's a derby of very few chances. The masses at Anfield want entertainment. He's a third of the way to a first point of the season, I suppose. It's one way of looking at it. Tony Duggan behind him, looking on there. Hair tied back. So prolific in her first spell as a youngster for Everton way back when, England international. And now back as a Blue, having been away to, well, all sorts of clubs actually. Manchester City, Barcelona, Atletico. Third season back where she began so well, more than a decade ago, Tony Duggan. Tends to be from the bench rather than from the start. Galley has left it. Lovely little dummy. Lords has made a save now. Everton have a corner. Payne did well. There's a bit of Bonner in that, and maybe a bit of the goalkeeper too. There's the chop back from Nicolene Sørensen. And the tallest head you can see in that box belongs to Justin Van Havermate. Deep corner, free header, 1-0 Everton. And it's the skipper, Megan Finnegan. All that justified talk about Liverpool's newfound solidity at the back. Finnegan barely had to get off the ground to head that home. Liverpool thought they'd scored inside a couple of minutes. With half an hour played, they're behind. That is just too simple. But absolutely thrilling for the Toffee skipper. Everton through and through. Adding that to the opening day goal she got against Brighton. Rachel Laws had no chance from that range. She's got to expect more from the defenders in front of her, though. I don't know if we can call her prolific just yet. Been at Everton since the very beginning. That's 7 career goals in the WSL. 4 of them in the last year or so. So maybe there's something being discovered here. But this one will live long in the memory at Anfield. Good touch that from Haug. Yet to be able to get in the game, really. Herbinger. Haug is the only real target to aim at there. She was surrounded by Blue. One back well by Koivisto. Sørensen around the corner from which Everton scored. Looks pretty fluid up there. Bissell, Benison, Sørensen. Let's have a look at Finnegan here. A little bit of backtracking. Barely had to get off the ground. Sophie Haug. had two to mark there. Didn't really mark either of them, but she shouldn't have been all alone. And that Courtney Brosnan fingertip onto the bar from Kerry Holland early on. Doesn't that feel that little bit more important now? Hines. Kearns was in the middle. Veillé with the defending. That's off Hines. It's a goal kick. And Liverpool skipper's furious about it. Koivisto. Sharp into the tackle there, Aurora Galley. Everton 10 minutes away from an unexpected and precious half-time lead. Here's Herbinger. Fisk. This is Van Havermeet. First league goal Liverpool have conceded this season. And a sloppy 1-2 concede for sure. Tottenham, incidentally, have equalised in the game against Brighton. The other one that's ongoing, that kicked off half an hour before this one. Elizabeth Turland had scored for Brighton. Martha Thomas, the Tottenham equaliser. Megan Finnegan here says, "We'll come and get it, Liverpool, if you want it. This is a clock that favours us. No rush." Bjorn up the line. Bonner across. She, like Rachel Laws, behind her. Title winner with Liverpool. First time around, both in their second spells now. That needed a sure touch from Laws and got it. Fisk. Little flick round the corner, didn't quite work for Liverpool, and Everton coming forward again with Bissell and Benison. Was angled in it. Claire Wheeler. Payne. Cautious clearance from Gemma Bonner. Van Havermeet. They were picking their moments to put the press on Liverpool. I suspect they might have to try and do it a little more often, otherwise that clock's going to keep on running down with these Everton quite happy and totally, understandably, to do this. Galley. How many touches across the back for Everton here? Home fans will start grumbling in a minute. It's been a wonderful start for them this season, but should have probably been a wonderful start for them in this game, they'll feel, but can't let Everton eat up the clock like this. Fuka Nagana going in to win it. Not many do it better than her. Haug. She'll still be needing game time to get to match fitness for sure, Sophie Haug. You can imagine it'll be a few weeks yet before Liverpool fans see her at her flowing best. But absolutely brilliant from that left wing for Roma last season, making and scoring goals. Can play all manner of attacking positions, not least because left wing for Norway is more often than not Guro Reiten of Chelsea. Left wing for Liverpool here is Taylor Hines, and she's won a corner. 5 minutes to play in the first half, and that's the first home noise we've heard at Anfield for a little while. Traditional from Herbinger this time, or something else from the training ground? It's traditional. In towards Fisk, who jumped, didn't quite get there. Van Havermaet did. That is presumably a way over hit ball back into the box, or was Emma Koivisto going for something outrageous? Six years ago, Everton lost their first 3 games in the WSL. Looking to avoid that here, and nearly halfway to doing just that. Clever flick from Haug, Herbinger had run beyond. Safety first from Payne. Hines keeps it in. Be plenty to add on here, given the injury for the unfortunate Lucy Hope. Payne's clip on Hines. And Liverpool getting on with it. 4 in the box, waiting for the cross. It's angled in at Kearns. Herbinger. Excellent from Justin Van Havermaet. Really stuck to their task well. Liverpool just hanging back a little deep here for now. Bonnet and Clark look ready to make a darting move. There they are. And there's the move in towards Bonnet. Can it be recycled? It can. Holland. And then Gemma Bonnet and away. Kerry Holland didn't quite get hold of it. It's still dangerous though, as Kearns dives in, and Brosnan is brave. Clever that. Good awareness from Clark to lay it back to Kerry Holland. First time pass from Wheeler. So the run of Sorensen Wheeler has kept going. can hear Brian Sørensen saying keep it. Benison. Space out wide for Payne. Benison delays it and then plays it. Payne does get there eventually, but not in the position she might have been. Galley. Just overhit by Natalie Bjorn. As we go into the first of 4 added minutes here. Awkward little bounce that for Katrina Veje. She made very simple work of it. Bonner being closed down by Bissell. Claire Wheeler taking every second possible. One of the added 4 is gone. Not from there. Emma Koivisto is the message from referee Abby Byrne. The 1 goal was enough for all the points for Liverpool on the opening day. They got the insurance of a second at home to Aston Villa. Although they don't keep many clean sheets, or at least didn't before this season, goal scoring was definitely an issue too, and given that Katie Stengel, who scored 9 of their goals last season, has departed, all eyes on Haug, and indeed Tasha Flint, another signing. Here's Bissell for Everton. We're looking for an improbable second before the break. There's 22 goals in 22 league games last season for Liverpool. Well over a third of them by the Gotham-bound Stengel. Behind her, Kearns and Holland, 4 goals each in WSL terms. That is what has to improve really for Liverpool. You need people with taller tallies than that for sure. They need at least one here. Kearns has looked lively in that box. Had a few seconds to think. She was an Anfield hero. Instead it's Finnegan there who's got the goal. Neatly done into Galley, and now Veje sliced. Nagano there, tying things together for Liverpool in the middle. Started every game since she arrived in the January window from the States. It's a perfect little chip pass from her there to find Hervinger. And Kearns in space, 3v3 in the middle, but Kearns had a job to get turned to cross it. That's well recycled. Taylor Hines. Still plenty up, needs a good cross or a clever one from Clark. Laid back, Herbiger! Good hit. Not as good as the one at Villa when she put Liverpool in front. Liverpool behind here, thanks to her, Megan Finnegan. Everton through and through. Everton skipper, Everton goal scorer at Anfield, where the so far perfect Liverpool are trailing and the so far pointless Everton are winning yet again. Twice they've been here before, twice they've won without conceding. History repeating itself on the big stage at Anfield. At half-time it's Liverpool 0, Everton 1. Well, Everton back out first. Liverpool just doing a bit of a second-half warm-up. And after what looked like such a fast start, more is required here, not least to the new signing, but I think some slack definitely needs to be cut to Sophie Roman-Haug there. Her first appearance for her new club, having not been able to train fully until quite recently. Matt Beard must have loved how his team came out for that first 10 minutes. Absolutely all over Everton. Could have been a goal or two up quite easily. And instead, the second half is going to kick off with Megan Finnegan, the skipper, as the match winner in waiting here. Another painful Anfield chapter as it stands for Liverpool. But it's only one, and there's a long way to go. As Everton look to see through a job, or at least half well done so far. No changes from either coach at the break. Bjorn challenging with Haug. Visto tracking back hard. Rachel Laws had very little to do in that half, but helpless from a point-blank header. Kearns was busy for sure. Nagano always. Likewise, Kerry Holland. Everton's 2 banks of 5 and then 3 in there, and one of the 3 does the job very well. It was Hannah Pedersen in there. Nagano. Everyone up for Liverpool. Everyone back for Everton. Holland. Not enough on that. By Bjorn. Nice little drop of the shoulder from Gemma Bonner there, who was the captain of both of the Liverpool title-winning teams a decade ago. Another early injury for Everton. Not quite as early as poor Lucy Hope in the first half. Justin Van Havermate, it looks like, is down here now with the problem too. Just see the studs slide there. The left boot there. Ouch. Groin strain all over, that felt like. Even just watching it was a painful experience, never mind experiencing it. Hopefully nothing too bad, and hopefully not another early swap for him. It looks okay. Lucky Heather Payne, his right wing back in this half, has got coach Brian Sorensen micromanaging her every move down there. Well cut out by Wheeler. Quickly given back to Jenna Clark. Koivisto being fouled by Wheeler. In any game involving wing-backs, it ends up being, how do yours do against theirs if it's both, or how do yours do against their full-backs if it's a different system? And you really saw it against Villa last weekend, that Koivisto on the right, Hines on the left, were high and wide a lot. You haven't seen it quite so much, certainly not from Koivisto in this game. Hines to some extent, yes. If you're dominant on the ball, they can stay high and wide. There's Koivisto. Third to Nagano. That's a nice turn. Into trouble for Herbinger. Austrian coming in from Zurich in the summer. 3 seasons before that was a regular from her late teens at Turbine Potsdam in the German Bundesliga, so that's a good standard. That final season with Zurich, Herbinger scored 9 times. You can see Matt Beard, much as anything, trying to recruit goal power, and they will come from her. Maybe not today, hopefully so from their point of view. Liverpool substitutes warming up. Mel Lawley amongst them again. Jana Daniels, the Belgian forward. That's a bit of a slip. Payne's going to hear about that from her coach, you'd imagine. Benison, good balance, good feet. An advantage played. And then very quickly disappeared though, didn't it? Benison fighting hard to win it back. Herbinger with a wince of pain here. Was she holding a hamstring there? It looked like it. Fair few dropping with injury in this game. Lauren Impey, fourth official. Hearing plenty from Liverpool coach Matt Beard here. This happened for Herbinger there. It looked fairly innocuous, but really in half going for that tackle. Maybe something's gone a little overstretched. Guest of honour, Tash Dowie waving there. Guest of honour / employee again, if you missed it earlier. Guard of honour following news of her retirement, but now working with the club in an ambassadorial role. Title-winning goal scorer with Bonner and Laws a decade ago. It looks like Herbinger's going to come back on here. Now Missy Bo Kearns is down. We'll stand by for a game that's going well past 100 minutes here. Liverpool really need something to get the crowd up. Great to be at Anfield, but it's not going your way. Hums and groans can echo round a bit. It's a long way from those opening minutes when it was so intense in a positive way from those in red. Those in blue. So far untroubled since the restart for sure. Here's Bissell. And then Bonner. Had to do that. Very crowded 6-yard box. Look at that. Nothing like when Liverpool are attacking, they were hanging back, but Everton going in there. It's worked for them already, and they've got another player free again here. And Van Havermate has nodded it wide. And Liverpool get away with it this time. They didn't in the first half. But another corner and more defensive issues. Completely free header around the back, but a wide header from Justine Van Havermate. What would have been a famous first Everton goal. As Emma Bissell goes off to be replaced by last season's top scorer, Katja Snoys. Always been a good goal scorer, really. Good seasons with Bordeaux. She was with Bunny Shaw, now of Manchester City. Prolific in her native Netherlands. Quite literally a goal a game. Snoys has been involved until right now. There is her first touch, and it was a good one. Van Havermate, good pass. Nice layoff from Snoys as well. Bennison with a run of pain. Hines with a kind of clearance, but not very far. Payne again. What did that hit? But surprisingly, you're not any more likely to shout to handball there. Galley just got there. Haug is down. Veillet. Safety first. They've got to close down here, and Missy Beaukern's doing just that. Everton play round it in the nick of time. It's always heart and mouth time for fans, but players seem to have it 9 times out of 10 under good control. Bjorn. Here we go. With Lawley, Enderby and Flint, all of whom came on in the Aston Villa game, and 2 of them combined for the late goal to make sure. Ball by Holland for Kearns, out again by Bjorn. This is Van Havermate. Liverpool definitely upping the pressure here. And this is promise for Missy Beaukern. That's a tough ask though. Got to hit that outside of the boot, and that is difficult. Kerry Holland square wanted it. Kearns went for glory. and pulled it. Approaching the hour, and the treble change coming for Liverpool. Nice take that from Aurora Galley. Clark was calm, and Laws goes long. Bonner's pass somehow gets through to Nagano. Sophie Roman-Haug looking for Holland, just a bit off it. You'd be surprised, whatever reputation she comes with, if Haug on the ball here plays the 90. She's given away a free kick there, and you wouldn't at all be surprised if that's her last action in the game, having not played before this afternoon. See if her number goes up when the treble change is made. Well, first up, Gemma Bonner has her number go up. Koivisto as well. Maybe 4 at the back, because Natasha Flint certainly isn't playing in defence, that's for sure. Jasmine Matthews will. Missy Bo-Kearns, so nearly, so happy, so early. The flag denies her. There's Mel Lawley, very popular return after 6 months out. In that Aston Villa game, she set up a goal for Tasha Flint. And the youngster Mia Enderby, who's only 18, just come in from Sheffield United and scored 8 times for them as a 17-year-old last season. Well, she is on too. And it looks from here like Liverpool have gone for an out-and-out, all-new front 3 of those 3. Just to confirm, it was Mia Enderby who came on for Missy Bo-Kearns. There's a long time to do something about it. Arsenal did it all after the 90-minute mark today from 1-0 down to win it. Doesn't really feel like Liverpool are banging on the door, and that's a real mistake to maybe let Everton in. Galley with the shot charged down. Jenna Clark. Lawley running at Bjorn. What a chance to make a hero's name for yourself on a huge stage, Mia Enderby. Matthews on at the back, and what looks like a essential defensive pairing with Jenna Clark now. Chasing back Galley's still getting the pass off, but not to any great effect. Quadruple change from Matt Beard, but real change in the flow of pressure. Liverpool did a really good job on Aston Villa of keeping them largely away from goal with that long-held 1-0 lead till they got the insurance of the second from Flint late on. And you know what? Everton are doing the same thing here at the moment to them. Payne. Johansson with the cross, charged down by Taylor Hines. Hines is going to just have to go long up the line and hope here. Mel Lawley with the flick on it. Hip surgery it was for Mel Lawley in the spring. Did really well to set up that Flint goal on her comeback game a week ago. Doing the tracking back here and winning the throw. I'd imagine she'll feel ready for a start after a couple of decent-sized cameos from the bench. There's Jasmine Matthews. 12 years, a regular in this division with Liverpool, with Bristol City. This is Holland. There's an awful lot of blue around it, had to go wide. Sensible pass. Enderby. Oh, they want a penalty, those home fans. Immediately Abby Byrne treks ahead. Well, it seemed like the ball was there to hit. Meanwhile, here's Flint. Couldn't quite hold it that time. She'll be feeling good. As I mentioned, off the bench to score that goal against Villa. Scored again in midweek in the cup defeat. Inevitably scored, I should say, because it was Leicester City, the team she left to join Liverpool. And coming back from an offside position there, Flint will see the flag. Now then. That is not very impressive, I'm afraid, from Mia Enderby. Abby Byrne deserves credit for not falling for it. Having said that, card really should have been out for simulation of that level. Curious when the ball seemed to be there to hit. Lawley. Away from Snoys. Fisk, who's slightly shuffled across now. With that rejig following the quadruple change from Matt Beard. So he puts it behind. Flags up and Enderby. Tony Duggan coming soon. Quarter of the game to go. Still the free header for Toffee skipper Megan Finnegan. As Everton jumping up a few places in the Barclays Women's Super League table. And Liverpool blowing the chance to go 9 for 9 and top of the tree. Nice layoff from Hannah Bennison. That's really well worked by Everton. So Snoys showed too much of it to Jenna Clark. Back in by Van Havermate. Snoys again. By Holland. Now, Mel Lawley. Flint off and running to her left, Enderby to her right. Needs a good pass. Not easy for Enderby. There's the little chop inside. It's a disappointing shot. Really didn't get hold of it. Probably could have done with the pass being in front of her just a little before that, but even so. Fellow substitute teed it up. And another fellow substitute in Natasha Flint wanted it played in. Might have been offside actually had that happened, but even so. An easy grab for Courtney Brosnan. It's 20 minutes away from the first clean sheet of the season. For Everton, that is. Brosnan played in the League Cup game. Safety first from Natalie Bjorn. Lawley. Bjorn got a bit of it, and Bennison got a lot of it. That's gone a long way. It might just be a bit of that for Everton now. If Liverpool are going to start laying siege, maybe Everton are going to camp in and say, we've got this covered. I think you'd have to say from about 10 minutes in, they have had everything very well covered. Here come those Everton changes. Catis Noise is coming off, just receiving a little bit more in the way of communication there. Tony Duggan definitely coming on. And Bennison is coming off. Sorensen is coming off. Caroline Olausson is coming on. Nowadays, nobody seems to bother doing the changes for the obvious swap. I guess it doesn't really matter what number you put up as long as they're the right numbers. But anyway, Olausson on. Duggan coming. Veillet has moved away, and Galley the last to go off. None of the people who've come on are going to be playing in the position of the person they replaced, but there you go. Somewhere between 20 and 25 minutes for Liverpool to find an equaliser. A draw, incidentally. Obviously, it would be our first point of the season for Everton. It would put Liverpool joint top of the table on points, but Manchester City, who scored 5 unanswered goals against Bristol City, would be top on goal difference. The whole cluster of big names on the 7-point mark. I think they'll probably take that now. Holland so nearly scored that opening goal before the break. Hines down the line, disappointingly so. Karen Holmgaard, another player on the field, incidentally. One of the twins, the one with slightly more caps for Denmark. Straight into the action there. So is Tony Duggan. Kerry Holland, who as usual has been everywhere. Right back to left wing and everything in between. Lawley. Sticking really well at it there, Heather Payne, and getting lots of applause and shouts from her colleagues and her bench. Fisk, hurriedly, infield to Clark, Enderby, Garno. Did Hines get a piece of the ball? Yellow card. Abby Byrne has been loath to pull that out today, but the Liverpool skipper is cautioned for it. Karen Holmgaard just off the bench. Well, there was a scraping of the boot on the ball there, you know. Maybe Abby Byrne missed it. Not much of a complaint from the Liverpool captain. Maybe it's as much for the barge over, but there did seem to be an element of ball one there. Oh, just out of the reach of the long leg of Justine van Havermaet. There couldn't be anyone with a longer leg to try and get on the end of that. Had a headed chance just wide earlier. Is it worth a fling? Maybe. All 5 changes made by Brian Sørensen now. He can make no more if he wants to. Matt Beard has another one, but the point being for the Everton coach is just envision there that can't break up the play with another substitution. Well, as it stands, he's going to be steaming about that early offside decision. Yellow card for time wasting. You've had enough time is the message. Heather Payne receiving the caution. And we know that across the board that's being clamped down on. That can only be a good thing. Alex Greenwood from Manchester City last weekend sent off. Receiving a second caution for taking too much time on a free kick. And there was a bit of an uproar about it. If you get on with the game, it won't happen. Duggan playing a ball for a run that Payne hadn't quite made. Tony Duggan has scored this season. It was in the cup against a former club, Manchester City, late on. Did not score a WSL goal for the Toffees last term, and only 2 goals in her first season back the year before that. By contrast, Megan Finnegan looks like a regular goal scorer. She's got the one that counts here. increasingly looking like the one that's going to make all the difference here. Olesen, Danish teenager, who's come from Fortuna Holding in Denmark, the club where Brian Sorensen was. He has absolutely used his former club a fair bit, sometimes sending players out on loan to them, often bringing players across from them. Olesen is one of them. Claire Wheeler, another. Fisk back to Clark. Hines. Lovely way to pass there for Holland. Flint is in the middle, and more arriving. If Holland can get it in there, that's very well defended. Had half a chance to get that cross in, but wanted to beat her player one more time. And huge credit there, I think, to Heather Payne for not falling for the trick and getting the challenge in. That time Mel Lawley wasn't mucking about and getting the cross in, and it's earned Liverpool a corner. The same end from which Everton scored their goal about an hour ago now. We're into the final 10 minutes of normal time, and we are going to see Sophie Lundgaard, another Dane, but this time for the red half of this city. She too to play for Fortuna Holding, so well known to Brian Sorensen. Lawley with the Liverpool corner. Clark got a bit of a head on it, but not enough. Always jumping backwards. 8 goals for Glasgow City last season. Jenna Clark won the double with them. Suspect chances might be slightly fewer and further between in the Barclays Women's Super League. Snoys versus Clark here. That's a rare save for Rachel Laws, and a firm one and an important one. Keeps Liverpool in the game. Everton's top scorer from last season with her first side of goal since coming off the bench. Nice little shift and a firm hit. Straight enough to make it pretty comfortable for Laws. Here's corner, not quite so deadly this time. Olesen. Enderby trying to lead the Liverpool counter here. Bjorn may have to bring her down at this rate. Enderby chops inside, she was surrounded. Good work, Tony Duggan, to help out. All of a sudden there were 5 blues around the 1 red then. They might be in again. Snoys, nice first touch. Oh, it's off the bar. Out of nowhere. 2 chances in a couple of minutes for Katja Snoys, both of which would have surely settled the points here. Liverpool, they're going to have to leave that back door slightly open as they go for the equaliser late on. So I guess an Everton counter is inevitable. Maybe red can catch blue with too many forward. Payne goes down. Holland left frustrated, as Snoys was a moment ago. Another good strike. This one beat Lawley off the same bar that Holland hit so firmly in the first half. Snows with the hard work and the extra freshness having only arrived during this second half. Olesen. Wheeler. And a good gallop up that left flank and getting there ahead of Grace Fisk. And giving it away rather cheaply. And Fuka Nagano here, spotting that the counter might be on. Really have a pass to play. Everton getting back in number now. Everton jumping all the way up as it stands to 8th with this. It'll look a lot better. So early, obviously, to really be looking at tables, but you never want to be second bottom, which they were at kick-off here. Can they seal it? Payne. Olesen's going to pick it up, but a long way from goal. Four minutes and stoppage time. And Havermate with the misplaced pass, it won't matter. Katrina Veje here. Hines to Holland. Lawley. Haven't been able to get the powerful Natasha Flint into the game since her introduction. Heather Payne has had a super match. Irish wing-back. Olesen has kept it moving here. This is Wheeler. Perfect close-up, slow-mo look at the Kaczysnoy's effort. It would have made certain here. Card is out for more time wasting. Abby Byrne has made it pretty clear that she's not going to be standing for any of that. Justin Van Havermate, the latest recipient. It is pretty extraordinary. It's the third time Liverpool have played at Anfield at women's level. Everton have been the guests each time. Liverpool still haven't scored a goal. It's going to be 3 shutout wins in a row out of 3 for Everton on this ground. And while it's presumably a pleasure and a privilege and an honour and all of those things that I'm sure everyone was saying in the build-up this week, you wonder if they might stop doing it soon enough, if it's always going to be like this. Can someone make a name for themselves in Liverpool red? In it comes. She came a very long way there. Brosnan through the crowd. Flint hit it hard, completely pulled it. It's just not happening. Even for a player who's just scored 2 in the last 2. Big call this from Courtney Brosnan to come at a crowd of that size. She didn't get anywhere near it, but look at the bodies back in blue. Even if Flint should have been on target there, it would have been some sort of miracle to find its way through. Well, I'm sure he will talk about the inverted commas offside goal right at the start of this game. Flint scoring goals on loan from Leicester at Celtic last season, lots of them. Natasha Flint. Lawley away from Snoys. Hines, first time straight at Heather Payne, and the Everton bench is screaming for the game to stop because it's a head injury. And wouldn't that be hugely controversial? And look at Courtney Brosnan here as Lundgaard fires it over. Everton's keeper comes flying out at Abby Byrne, saying, why didn't you stop the game? And Abby Byrne has some more sorting out to do, and the yellow card that was in the pocket for so long suddenly getting plenty of exposure for the Merseyside Evening Air. 6 minutes added on here, and more beyond for sure, because we don't know how long this will take for Heather Payne, as she took all of that on the chin. Even Taylor Hines had to think about putting the ball out for a second here. Ouch. Uppercut. And then it dropped here for Lundgaard. Look at the reaction from Courtney Brosnan. Do you think that's a yellow card? Yes, I think so. No self-respecting goalkeeper doesn't come flying out in that situation. And a chance for Lundgaard to be an Anfield hero. Clark forced all the way back. Smashed out by Van Havermaet. Anywhere will do at this point. And I reckon there's at least 5 minutes still to add on here because of the treatment to Payne. 97 surely this will be going to. The flick from Holland. And Lawley and Lundgaard maybe just got in each other's way. It's been that sort of game. Her header. The decisive moment thereof. Will it be the only one? Van Havermaet to Veillet has been excellent. So was Enderby, and just hoping that she could draw a mistake from her, and she did. Nagano with the cross. Oh, it's awkward, isn't it? Just on the bounce there. Payne didn't know. Lawley was right behind her. Really tough one to defend that. Awkward, slippery. It's off the knee and behind. Got away with one there for sure, Heather Payne. Should have been a corner, isn't. As you can see, the goal kick has now been taken, and here is Katja Snoys. Former Evertonian, albeit not a regular, Taylor Hines. Came to Liverpool for regular game time, and certainly got that. Started every game in their promotion season, Taylor Hines, and every game last season back up in the WSL as well. And here she is. You don't want to be a Liverpool captain losing a derby at home at Anfield. Fisk urged on, and look at the red shirts that are bombing on in front of her. Holland with the flick, and it's a good one. Flint goes for goal and skims the roof of it, for the wrong side of the roof from her point of view. That was a riser that looked set for the top corner. Cracking hit from Natasha Flint. What a goal that would have been, 95 minutes in. Brosnan was flying for that one. She was worried. That is so close. What a strike. 2 in a week, but not 3 out of 3 for the new signing Natasha Flint. Well, clearly he's going to be thrilled with the result, but I think he'll be really pleased with how his team have played here. And to weather the early Liverpool storm for 10 or 15 minutes, have really limited the chances that have come since, though. You expect a final flurry like this and a bit of kind of hanging on defending. They are nearly there, Everton, very nearly. Mind you, so were Aston Villa earlier. Hines into Lawley, and Lawley is nudged off it by Katja Snoys, and you know what she's going to do. Well, I was going to say bring her down, she tried to. Snoys avoided the foul. And Abby Byrne telling Mel Lawley, I saw what you were trying to do there. Is that a foul? It is on Nagano by Holmgaard. Six minutes to stoppage time played. We have had some treatment in that time. Over to you, referee Abby Byrne. Mel Lawley now. There's space on the far side. Holland managed to get it into Flint, and this is Fisk. Holland on the far stick, Flint arriving as well. Holmgaard missed it, and then got hold of enough of it. And if there's going to be salvation, it's going to be as late can be. They've won the ball back cheaply here, Liverpool. Clark to Fisk. Might as well all get up there in the box. Lundgaard. Delicate ball and a good one for Enderby. Will there be time for the corner? There will. From the same corner flag Megan Finnegan scored from. Yeah, what about the time, says Brian Sorensen. Good luck with that. Rachel Laws is up. Liverpool need a hero. Into Fisk. And glancing wide. And that is that. Everton burst the Liverpool bubble, and they have done it at Anfield again. First points of the season for the blue half of the city. Brian Sorensen thrilled. His captain, the match winner. Not only their first points, but the first drop points of the season for the red half of the city. One goal was enough. The unmarked Finnegan scored it from a corner in the first half. They defended very well. Liverpool had their moments, but frankly, not that many. The stars didn't quite shine on their big stage this Sunday evening. Final score at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Everton 1.